What is up, YouTube? It is KKN Comics, and I am back with not one, but two contest video entries. And I am very happy to. Hold on one second. Let me close this door. I am very happy to be able to do this. TD was on the background there. Because these two YouTubers are great people. The first one being Bigeez, comics, video, YouTuber, fantastic guy. If you're not subscribed to him, what are you thinking? He's doing his new live show with the NY Warriors. He had one last night. If by some reason you're subscribed to him and you're, subscribe to me and not subscribe to him, I'm going to put his link in the description down below. And do yourself a favor and definitely sub to him, man. He's a great YouTuber. And congrats on the 500 subs and congrats on many more, because I'm sure they're going to come. So he wanted to see favorite covers, some favorite covers, and that's a loaded question because I could do my whole. I have so many covers that I love. But the ones I'm going to show, I've done a few of these contests prior, and the one I'm going to show are covers that I think I haven't shown as some of being my favorites of all time. There's some of the newer books that I've acquired, except for this book. This is Mighty Avengers #3, the Eminem, called the Eminem Stoop variant, 8 Mile Stoop variant. Cover art by Salvador Paco Larraca, and it is one of my favorite books. It is my favorite variant cover ever. I personally think this book should be worth much more than it is. But it only goes for about 50, 60. But I love it. I always will. And I'm fortunate enough to own 2 copies. Second book is a book I recently acquired. And that's Ghost Manor #1. First appearance of Mr. Bones, cover by Steve Ditko. I love this book for 2 reasons. One, I'm very fond of the quality of the book and the grade. To find it in high grade as I did, this book you cannot find in this type of grade. There's always seemed to be some problem with it, but it's just beautiful. The purples and the blues as the background contrasting with the orange labeling and the reds and the detail, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I also like covers, especially Silver Age covers, that have the word bubbles on the cover. And this book has all of that, and I love it so much. The next book, All-Star Western #10, first appearance of Jonah Hex. And don't get me wrong, this book is beat to shit. It is complete. It would probably grade out at a 1 or a 1.5. I think the book has potential to grow to a 2.5 with the press, but I found it for $10. And I love the damn cover. It's a Tony DeZuniga cover, and I believe I'm saying that correctly. And it's so wonderful. I love it so much. So happy to own it. I know one day this price I'll be able to find this book in a little bit higher grade, but I don't even know if I would ever part with this one because I was so happy to find it in the wild. Next book, I'm sure it's going to be in a lot of people's videos, as it should be. Batman #227, the Neal Adams cover. And I know we say there are books value that occur or that happen because of the cover. This is an example of a book's value that is purely 100%, in my opinion, completely because of this amazing cover by the incomparable and amazing Neal Adams. Say what you want about Neal as a person. He's not the friendliest guy, I get that. But his artwork and his cover, especially as it pertains to Batman, is just, it's unmatched. It's just unmatched, and I love this book tremendously, and I love this cover tremendously. I am very happy to own that book. And last but not least, I'm sorry to be on this train, but god dang chair, scalped Number one, Jason Aaron, A Story, but this beautiful, beautiful jock cover. I love it. There's something about it. The colors, the muted tones, everything about the story and about this series is in this cover. I could go in depth about it, but if you know Scalped, you'll understand why Dashio looks like that, and you know, just I love it. It's such a great cover, and I would love to somehow, and it's funny, I'm going to lead into Jimmy C, but Jimmy C's trying to help me find some original Jock artwork with regards to it, so I hope to be able to do that one day. But their covers, and I'd imagine they're crazy expensive, but. So those are my entries. I only wanted to limit it to 5. I didn't want to make this video incredibly, incredibly long. Now I'm going to transition. Let me try to get, just a couple to look at. I don't know. Now I'm going to, oh man, sorry. The Bane got lost. Now I'm going to try to limit, again, loaded question. Jimmy wanted to know your 5 favorite movies, a favorite quote from the movie, and perhaps something about yourself that most people don't know. I would say the 5 movies that I certainly know my number 1 favorite movie of all time, but the other ones are all in a handful of lists. But I know I can watch these 4 movies in no problem any time of the week from start to finish. Number 5, I'm not even going to order them in no particular order. Empire Strikes Back, Monsters, Inc., The Social Network, My Cousin Vinny, and my favorite film of all time is, by far, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. I love it. It changed the way I viewed film. It changed the way I viewed Batman. It rejuvenated my love of comic book collecting. It touched me in a way that I'm sure it has with most people. And there was a particular scene in that movie that can lend itself to so many things besides just the movie. It was metaphorically beyond anything that at the time I could comprehend, but now as I've gotten older, I completely understand it. And it's, of course, it's the line. I'm going to play it, and I hope I don't get in trouble. I'm going to see what I can do to make sure, hey, this doesn't belong to me. I hope no one flags it. I'm just doing it because I love it so much. There's no harm or ill will in this. I just love it, and I want it to do it justice. And the only person that can do it justice is the man himself, and that's Heath Ledger as the Joker. So here we go.
How much of the
Oh man, did I ruin that? Hold on. I'm playing it from my phone. Here we go.
I just did what I do best. I took your little plan and I turned it on itself. Look what I did to this city with a few drums of gas and a couple of bullets. You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that like a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blown up, nobody panics. Because it's all part of the plan.
God,
but when I say that one, a little old mare will die, well then everyone loses their minds. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fair. You live. You die. Now we're talking.
And I mean, a minute and a half monologue in a movie that means so much, and I don't think metaphorically it has anything to do with doing harm. Chaos is change. And do not ever be afraid to implement change. Everyone is fine with the status quo, but no one seems to warrant, or what's the word I'm looking for? No one seems to want change. But you never know what can happen from change. And that's who the Joker is. He's an agent of chaos. He's an agent of change. Granted, his is evil and villainous and all that part. But the metaphor of that is, all he is different. And don't ever be afraid to be different. It's a wonderfully, wonderfully written monologue by Christopher Nolan, and it was delivered so amazing by Heath Ledger, and I love it. So that's it, guys. That's my contest. Kept it at 11 minutes, and I'll put their links in the description. Please sub to them, and guys, congratulations on all the subs, and continue to make videos because you guys rock. And as always, deuces on Dashiell, on Batman, and Jonah. Peace.